Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation on the factor of a production. My name is Aishwarya Mukundange and I am a student of a SAS Institute of a Management of a Study. My subject name is a Managerial Economics and topic name is a factor of a production. And I am submitting this presentation to Miss Ruhi ma'am. Now let's see what is the factor of a production. Factor of a production is an economic term that describes the input of a use in the production of a goods or services to make and earn a profit of a economic profit. This include any resources needed for the creation of a goods or services. The factor of a production are the land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. So key point of a factor of a production. Factor of a production is an economic term that describes the input used in the production of a goods or services to make an economic profit. This includes any resources needed for the creation of a goods or services, and the factor of a production are the land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. A major factor of a production. These are the basically four factors of a production. On the production depend. First is the land, second is the labor, and third is the capital, and fourth is the entrepreneurship. So first is the land. So what is a land? Land is a provider physically space necessary for a human activity like agriculture, housing, industry and infrastructure development. So it provide area of economic activity, provide a raw material, provide the opportunity of a people, source of a foreign exchange for a buying a machinery, fertilizer, etc., export of a gold, coca, etc. Tourist attraction example goods and goods coastline and the natural herbals. For example of a land, a technology company can easily begin operation in the founder home with the zero businesses investment in a land. On the other hand, land is the most significant investment of our real estate version. Now let's see labor. The human power requirement of any production process is called a labor. Labor is a resource which is a use involved in a very every stage of a production, either it is a manufacturing or assembling it affects production directly or indirectly. So labor can be classified as a two type. First is a mental labor and second is a physical labor. Mental labor is a work done primarily with the mind, while physical labor is a work done primarily with the body. So example of a mentally labor and physically labor. First is a mentally labor. Mental labor. A doctor diagnosing of a pattern, a lawyer preparing legal agreement, a teacher planning a lesson, and accountants analyzing financial statement. So second is a physically labor. First is a factor worker assembling products and assembly line, a farmer working on the field, a delivery driver lifting the heavy packages, and construction worker diagnosing the traces. So second is a capital. Capital has a factor of a production refers to the capital goods or a man-made resources such as a tools infrastructure used in the production or services. In a capital is a three type. First is the bookkeeping, commerce subject and economy. In a bookkeeping, capital means the amount investment by the business in business. In commerce subject like the OC and SP, capital means the finance or company capital. And but in a economics, capital is the part of the wealth which in use of for a production. So second is a capital has a part of a wealth. Any commodity owned by any person is his wealth. But when wealth is a use of in a production process, it is called a capital. Capital, for example, first is a wealth and second is a capital. A motor cab owned by the any person is a wealth. But when this a car is a use the taxes, goods and services, then it is a called a capital. So infrastructure. person who provide the money to buy or hire land resources, labor and the capital and organize them the produce goods and services. So, entrepreneur our function provide the finance and bear the risks of production, manage and control the businesses decision on what, how and where of a production, that is example of a location, insurance, supervision, etc. Decide on the technique of a production, that is combination and the labor. So, calling skill of an entrepreneurship ability, professional approach, risk bear and decision making. So conclusion. So conclusion, factor of a production in a economic refers to the fundamental input land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship that are the necessary to produce the goods and services within an economy. Land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship are the major factor of a production. Factor of a production is that the term of a economy which are the described as an input are the required to produce goods and services with an objective of making any economic profit. So thank you.